If you work in the legal profession, there's a real risk of working too hard, eventually working to the point where your mind, your body just can't take it anymore. Come hither the breakdown. Draw near the burnout. Today on Zippy Point.
Quick Zips by Zippy Point.
Quick and dirty. I'm Brock Romanek, and I'm a big fan of yous. So I'm as big a culprit as there is when it comes to this topic. I work hard, been working this hard almost continuously since I got out of law school. Sometimes I've worked hard because I'm passionate about the work. Sometimes I've worked hard just out of habit, out of the perceived necessities of the job. There's deadlines to meet. Of course, common sense tells us there's a difference between the two. Working hard because you're passionate is a good thing. Working hard for the man is not. But getting beyond those two cliches, those two lessons we're supposed to learn early on in life as we mature, why do so many of us work until we burn out, just flame out? I've burned out for sure, many times. I've worked through most of them, but sometimes that doesn't work, and the results can really stink. You've worked hard to achieve a certain pinnacle, a certain goal in your career, and then you risk losing it all because you've pressed too hard. I play a lot of basketball. I'm actually a pretty good shooter, and I see firsthand all the time the result of pressing too hard. A common saying in the game is allowing the game to come to you rather than try to force it, and that really is a thing. When you're relaxed, you're more prone to falling into the zone. When you're just playing so well, it doesn't even seem like it's you out there. You know that ball is going through the hoop before you even shoot. You're playing by instinct, not with your brain. It's a powerful feeling, almost of invisibility. I would argue there's no reason why that sort of thing doesn't happen in the workplace. When you're relaxed, you're more apt to be creative, to access parts of the brain that enable you to come up with solutions more easily, to see the whole picture, the situation more clearly. So how do you get relaxed? There's the obvious stuff, a more balanced lifestyle, including a healthy dose of exercise, turning it off each day and every day for a while, and not just relying on TV as your sole outlet for relaxation, really turning it off and refreshing. Some time in nature perhaps once in a while, some time perhaps for a nap, just closing your eyes and breathing, letting it go. Now, I know this is, I'm not trying to force my belief system upon you, but perhaps if you hear some good advice for the 1,000th time, you might let that sink in. I know that happens for me. I'll hear something good and I know it's to be true, but I won't really listen to it. But then I'll hear it that one more time and it clicks in. So as a mindfulness guy, I have a mindfulness blog, realgoodfresh.com. I do find a lot of value in meditating daily. 5 minutes is all I need. I just sit in silence with my eyes closed, letting those monkey minds come and then go, recognizing those monkey mind thoughts for what they are, just letting them go and just coming back to my breath. It's so invigorating. I do this for 5 minutes right when I plop out of bed, sit on the floor next to the bed. Then begin by noting this para podcast by Jonathan Faust, who's my main man for mindfulness, where Jonathan talks about becoming capable of learning to listen to ourselves, our instincts, about when it's time to lean back rather than keep leaning in. In the podcast, Jonathan gives us specific tools, specific signposts about when you might consider making that switch to leaning back from leaning in. Anyways, let me know what you think.